All right, Evan, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate your chance to be with us. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself to start with?
Yeah, so let's see. I've been working on computers, doing programming primarily, doing smallish IT stuff as well, but primarily programming for several tens of years now.
Yeah. It adds up without you knowing, doesn't it?
Yeah. I looked back and contacted some old friends and found, wow, it's actually been 20 years since I worked with you last.
Yeah. Oh, very good. Excellent. And why do you like working in the computer science field?
I like creative problem solving. I like puzzles. And I find that computer science, both the programming, the coding, provides lots of problems that need to be analyzed and figure out the correct solution to, and then implement and test, and it's a nice problem set to work.
Yes.
But there's also other aspects to computer science, not just the coding, but the design and the and business analysis to determine what's necessary to, what are they actually trying to build.
Right.
And then there's user interaction, user experience. That's, again, another very complex problem set because there's so many different types of people.
Absolutely.
So there's a wide range of different types of problems that I really like looking at and figuring out.
Exactly. Fantastic. And why did you choose to be self-employed in small business? Can you speak to the quality of life or boss or amount of time you spend on projects, that kind of thing?
Well, I like the flexibility a lot. I think there's also a big sense of I'm more in control of my own destiny.
Absolutely.
I get to choose more of what I work on and when I work on things.
Yeah.
My schedule is also mine to set. And within reason, there are obviously deadlines and deliverable dates and such. But I get to choose my boss is effectively my clients, and I get to select the projects that I work on. And ultimately that leads to I get to spend more time with my family.
Nice.
With my kids. And
Right.
I guess other folks that would have other priorities, they get more time to do what they would want to do.
Exactly. Oh, very good. Would you recommend to my students that they run a small business right after they graduate, or should they wait a while and get some experience?
I'm not sure about that one. I think it wouldn't hurt to start a small business, but it might even be just a side project to having a steady job. And depending on the financial requirements.
Right.
Possibly one thing I do is recommend is finding a project that's already out there, public domain thing, something up on GitHub or wherever, and participating in that, getting the experience there. And if you have an idea that could produce income, great.
Okay.
If you happen to have contacts that would allow you to take on work, then why not?
Right.
And take on those clients. Ultimately, though, I think a lot of it is you do need to have that experience, and you do need to have contacts that will send those jobs your way.
Indeed.
And a lot of that comes through work and overtime.
And what's your experience? Did you work for someone prior and then start your small business? How did you come to it?
Yeah, I definitely did. I worked for a couple of very large firms, software companies, and then I, speaking to my why I chose to go independent. The processes that they were using just became too repetitive for my mindset.
Right.
I wanted to go out and have more diversity and more changes. And so I switched out of having it wasn't even a 9 to 5 job at that point. It was still pretty flexible, but
Sure.
just the products that they were working on
Yeah.
kept being the same ones,
Yeah.
year after year, and
Right.
wanted to do something else.
I understand that. Very good. What are some secrets of running a successful small business?
Boy, I think a big part of it is needing to be focused. Decide what your focus is.
Oh, yeah.
Decide what it is you want out of the business,
Mm-hmm.
and then make sure that you're doing what's necessary to achieve that. So
Ah, interesting.
Defining goals and
Okay.
then making sure that those goals are being met.
Interesting. Yeah, very good. Okay. Excellent. Is there anything else you'd like to impart to the next generation?
I think, yes. As a matter of fact, there's something I just realized. There's a lot, as I mentioned, there are a lot of different aspects to computer science.
Right.
Building software or IT or any of those areas.
Yes.
There's a wide range of things that can be done.
Uh-huh.
What interests a person is what's most important to be doing. This is something a person's probably going to be doing for tens of years,
Yeah.
and it may shift as technologies change and the world's needs change.
Yeah.
But ultimately, chances are somebody's going to be doing this thing for quite a while. So make sure that you're doing something that you enjoy.
Indeed.
And moving into an area that is drudgery for somebody, it's not worth the money. It's just,
Exactly.
so I definitely focus on trying different things out and examining what goes into the various things. Does somebody want to do database design? Does somebody want to, or database implementation design, pure design of software, UI, user interaction? Does somebody like doing engines, behind the scene? What excites a person?
Yeah, exactly. And then focus on that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then just start doing something.
Right.
Again, as I mentioned, to just go up on GitHub or other areas, come up with your own concept,
Sure.
and just start doing it. Start working on playing with it, and
Right.
that way you gain the experience, and you're doing something you want, and
That's right.
it'll get you going from there.
Very good. Very good. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome.